Okay, so yes, so let's start this off by just introducing a few things here. So Trinity, we do have this system, which is an alert-based system. I'm even going to go into that just now, actually, so people can see that, just so it's at the beginning of the Zoom. Just give me a second. So I make sure. You should all be able to see Trinity right now on my screen, the alert system. This is an alert system which basically tells you breakouts in the market. It tells you from the 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily time frame. I have split the groups into two now. So in one group, you'll get 15-minute, 30 minutes alerts. And then in another group here, which is the swing trading group, it will be the same thing. All of the currency pairs pretty much. All of the majors, minors, you've got gold, silver, you've got US 30, NAS, SPX, and you've got Bitcoin in there, and I think you've got 3 of the exotics as well. But I have split them up, like I've said. So now you can basically mute this group here if you don't want to do any scalp trading, and you can leave this running. I'm going to try and get rid of the duplication error at the moment. For some reason, it keeps duplicating alerts for some weird reason. I have no idea why it's doing that, but I'll try and figure that out. Just bear with me. And like I said, if you are, day trading, swing trading, and you're not trying to scalp every couple of, hours, or looking for a setup every day per se, let's just say that, even though you shouldn't trade every day, then like I said, you can just mute the 15-minute time frame alert, so then you won't get as many. Or you can mute the day swing trade and only have the 15-minute. As the group continues to grow and grow, I might do certain things where it will partner off, and it will start to be that, I might make a group just for gold, silver, etc. You see how I had the options from 1 to 2 before? I might do something like that still as well. But again, I'm still expecting for it to grow. And you know what I say, it's a cheap price. So I get if some people don't want to renew when it comes to their renewal date. But of course, like I say, if you don't give it, 1, 2, 3 months, you're going to put yourself in a position where we are going to make some changes to what's going on here. And of course, they're going to be beneficial to the traders. And you're not going to get the best of it if you just stay 1 month and be like, that's it. It is a new project. So I do expect people to just, be patient with it, and especially be patient with the growth. Again, why I put the price at such a price point, because I want people to feel like it's not the biggest burden to them. Now, if you do get VIP service where you get mentorship from me, you also get any trades I do take, and you will get these trades as well. I'm just trying to get all this stuff out of the way, so people that are watching the video from the beginning, they understand. You will get all of these alerts as well, and you get all of these trades. And just how I explained to one of the students that's in here today, I explained to them anyway, how you can use these Trinity alerts from whatever I do teach you, basically, in VIP mentorship as well. So it will help you out in that point. Another thing that I have decided to put into the system now, so, well, not into this system, but a new one, I'm going to be making a group. I'll go back over to Google, and then we'll go over to gold. It's on this one, USD. I did it on. Yep, here we go. Okay, so the idea of this is Morpheus. It is a setup that I do have, and I will make it go through to alerts. It's a setup that, I can't make as an indicator for people, so I've put everything together, long story short. But like I said, I can make it where it's alerts for people on Telegram, and I have used it myself. So when we were looking at this trade specifically here, where are we? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory here. Boom, 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 boom. And when we go to gold, I had the 1901 break on gold. I think it was here from down. Yeah, nope, this ain't. Nope, this was USD JPY. I had one with 1901 downtrend from here. Just bear with me. I can pop that up for you once I do get it. Is it here? I think it's here. Well, it's not this chart. I did have one. I just want to show you specifically. I can find it. As you can see, I put a few trades in here. This is the free area for all the trades, so I will be putting them in there. You can go and check them. I would suggest you check it daily if I put anything in here, maybe every couple of hours if you do pop into the Discord. I can't seem to find it now. I don't want to go into a million different ways here, but it is here where I did put downtrend from 1901 on gold, basically. And the whole reason with it, like I said, it's the setup that I have so I can see this. So when I'm able to see this possibility of this happening, boom, that's what happened. But again, now if you are getting Morpheus, which is a trend alert system, basically, which you'll get on Telegram, just like anything else. It will tell you that, okay, pretty much from, it won't say from a specific area, but it will just tell you, okay, the market has gone into a downtrend at this time. If to make it better for traders, if I keep it nice, short and simple to a longer term trend, I can put a chart like this in there. So you will be able to see exactly when it is and where it is, where it occurred. So therefore you'd be able to say, okay, from here was a downtrend. So you'd be able to know that, okay, every single time the market maybe goes back towards this area, I could be looking at a continuation of a sell for the sell trend. And you can see exactly what happened here. As soon as it did go through this level, pretty much here, it wasn't 1901. I did have marked out the market. Let's move this back up to, or where is it? No, it's here. So yeah, it's still pretty cool. So whenever the market came back up to this area and then gave you a Trinity alert for a possibility of a sell, there was a bigger chance that you could find a sell pushing yourself all the way back down. And again, this is what Morpheus will help you with. It will just help you get easier trades. So this was a buy trend here. And you can see it wasn't the strongest buys in the world, but of course you would have been able to catch any of the buys in between these points, basically in between this market point here, which would have, you know, been great for you. So yeah, that's what I said. It just couples with it and helps you to get some type of entries if people are confused. Again, you would have seen something like this on AUD USD here. You would have seen from this push down here, the market was in a downtrend from a certain point, and for the last 2 weeks, you would have only been looking for sells in the market rather than trying to look for buys. So not until it breaks into a buy trend will you get that up. So hopefully that does answer that for anybody that's curious about what Morpheus is and how I'm implementing it. Again, it will be a paid service because I have to sort it all out, put it all together. But it's for anybody that is struggling with market structure, because I know a lot of people are beginner traders that come into my YouTube and they're looking for something to, you know, just basically get them into the front door straight away. And that's why I decided, okay, I could see people might be struggling with identifying trend, and it's what I explained here. So if you're struggling with identifying trend, well, you can go and check the system. And then if that system is telling you EU is in a downtrend, then only look for 15-minute scalp trades. Of course, not all of them are going to win, but again, you've got a better probability. And if I do put the charts in there to make it easier for you, you'll be able to see where the downtrend is. So when the market's pulling back up to a level, you can see that, okay, this is the strongest resistance to that level. If you mark them up yourself, or again, I'll have them on my chart as well, just to make it easier for people. If they want that, I'll do that as part of the service. Don't have a problem with that really, because it's a longer term thing. It's not every 5 minutes I have to update it, if you understand where I'm coming from. So just with all of that being said, anybody got any questions on that before I move forward with anything? Anybody got any questions at all? You can talk, you can. I'm not too sure when you joined, Brian, but I am just going through a couple of things. It literally only started about 10 minutes ago, so I'm not too sure if you did. Anybody got any questions on what I just said at all at the moment? Cool. All right, then no problem. So again, like I said, when it comes to Morpheus, I will be showcasing what it's doing and how it's helping the trades throughout the course of the days or the weeks. I will be doing that for anything. A lot of what we might see now is if the USD goes into buys, then when Morpheus kicks into buy again, I'll be showing that and any other trades that are in certain positions. So like the JPYs might start deciding to sell at some point, you know, then I'll show you when it goes into a downtrend on the JPYs. I'll be like there. But again, if you want to get involved in that straight away, so you have the information, like I said, just hit me up. So while we're actually here today, it's a lot of people. Yes, it will be a different payment because it's a system that I'm going to have to manage. And like I told you, I'm going to have to be, to make it even easier for people, I will post charts with my levels on there. So that's why it'll be a paid system as well. It's literally a service. So it'll be telling you when the market on a certain pair, I'll put certain pairs there, maybe majors, gold, silver, indices for now. And then if anything, we might get most of the pairs in there. We'll just see how it goes, because they're not all going to go into buy and sell trends every day. It doesn't work like that. So good trends last, you know, a couple of days. So it should be okay. But again, it's something you can refer to that. Then you can go to Trinity. So you can say, okay, what pair am I looking at? What trend is this in? Okay, gold. I'm looking at gold. It's in a downtrend. Okay, I know that gold is in a downtrend from this point here, according to the chart and everything. I'm looking at sells from this point over here, basically, just to make it again easy for people. So let's just say the downtrend was here. This is the chart here. Downtrend here. So any single time that the market goes back to this level, here was an example at that period, you'd have been able to say, okay, Trinity alert, there was a Trinity alert here as well, boom, and you'd have been able to get this sell all the way back down to here. Now, of course, you can see that there's another level here. So maybe you've seen one sell and then you're like, okay, great. Whenever it comes back to this level again, this 4-hour resistance, I'll be looking for, again, confluences of sells to push myself back down to catch all of these trades. And it's because these trades, the better the trend is, and when Trinity lines up with the trend of what, you know, Morpheus can show you, then there's a possibility you'll get a better RR on your trade. So you'll be getting 1 to 4 trades and stuff like that. So even if you're wrong 2 times, you can still be okay, because, you know, if you get a 1 to 4 on the second or third attempt, you should still be okay. So hopefully, again, that makes sense for people. So yeah, the main thing of why I called everybody in here today, because I see that, you know, like I said, I've got no problem people asking me for help and stuff like that. But of course, you got to understand there's got to be a level, and anybody that has gone through mentorship here with me would know is that there's got to be a level between me actually teaching people how to trade and me actually just telling people, look, it's an alert-based system and use a system. Because, you know, if you had a TDI, you don't necessarily get people that would, you know, teach you everything, let's just say in theory about a TDI. They'll be like, here's a TDI, here's how you can use it for entry, this is what you can do with it, basically. So especially if they're, you know, whoever created the TDI and was selling at the time, I believe it was actually an expensive price. I think it was like over $100 or whatever. But if it's a cheaper price, I'm sure you can understand why. Now, again, I'm a very helpful person. I'm not just in this to start taking money off of people. So I don't have a problem with helping people. I'm just saying, let's be realistic for what we're actually investing into. So if you want to have an idea of how to trade these pairs, again, I'm going to say it very, 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 very clear. It's not even these pairs, it's just Trinity alone. But what I've noticed more than anything is that if you are scalping anybody that's using Trinity, you really, really, and I'm going to stress it and stress it again, you want to be scalping the majors. Do not scalp the minors. Don't even try and scalp gold, really, if you're not good with scalping. That's what I can say, or US 30. If you're good, then you can do whatever you decide to obviously do. I'm not going to tell you how you should trade, but if you're not, and you're very, very new to trading, let's say 3 months you've been in this game, only scalp the majors. There's 6 majors: AU, EU, GU, USD CAD, USD CHF, and USD JPY. The reason why I say that is there's something called a spread. A spread, you can see it on your chart at any given time, is where price action is. You can see it right over here. In fact, you can see it right here. There's no need for me to even do that. This is the spread. Look how tight this spread is. So when you enter this trade, you're probably only going to be like, let's say it's a 0.01, you'll be like 1 penny or 1 cent negative. But now if we go over to a major, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. I mean, minor. So this is why people probably trade GJ as well. Spread's good, but it's not a major though. But let's go over to, give me a second. So I'm trying to see if I can find a better one. So the spreads look, can't really tell big spreads here. Anyway, let me go over to a exotic. You can't even really see the spreads are too big on this anyway. It's the way TradingView set up. Even if you go to it, I can see I've gone to USD ZAR, you can't even see the spreads huge on this as well. So thank you for everyone that did turn up as well. Like I have said, you know, I did try and tell people that, you know, it's good for you to be able to turn up to these Zooms if I do them. I get people are busy, I get people have things to do, but at the same time, we are all busy people, and you have to make sure you put the time into Forex, because it just doesn't make sense. And especially if you turn around at the end of it, you're just like, it wasn't for me. When if you didn't put the effort in, then of course it wasn't for you, because you didn't actually put the effort in. So where are we here? I just wanted to see something there. No. Cool. So again, we can't really see the spread too much in this, but if you did enter this pair, you might be negative 0.25 pence or cents or anything like that, compared to if you do enter a major. And when you enter a major, you're only like 0.01 because the spread is tighter. So that's the first reason why you want to be scalping those pairs. Then the next thing I have seen, and I have said it time and time again, yeah, let me just do this so people can see this. Here, yeah. Now, anyone can even see from the indicators that I've gone through there. I've gone through hundreds and thousands of indicators, people. I'll tell you this from now. And this is why I'm going to teach you what I'm saying now. You don't have to worry about 100 different indicators. There's not a million different ways to trade. We are literally, from whoever you're watching from up there to down here to the left to the right, we're pretty much all trading the same thing. Everybody's going to have a fancy name for it. Everybody's going to have a fancy piece of information for it, but we're all buying and we're all selling. Whatever you want to do to identify the buy sells, completely up to you. If you want to say mitigation areas, the FVGs, the this, the that, it's completely up to you. That's a trader. But I tell people time and time again, it's either going to respect support or resistance. That's it. Doesn't matter how fancy it looks, because no, there's an order block here and a supply, and it's either going to respect this support level or resistance level. Simple. Keep it like that and work on your risk management, and then you'll become consistent. So every single week I've noticed, yeah, with these majors, there's some type of big move here. So even if we zoom out like this many weeks, so what can we see here? So in this week, there was the sell. In this week, there was the buy. In this week here, there was a sell, yeah? In this week here, there was obviously a buy straight away. In this week here, there was a buy. In this week here, there was a buy. In this week here, there was a sell. In this week here, there was a sell. If you missed that, then there was obviously a buy. In this week here, there was a sell. So every single week I've just shown you there was a major move. So already this is telling you that you're going to be able to become consistently profitable by just paying attention to what's actually in front of you when you're looking at the trading chart. Yeah. Now, the biggest thing that traders have to actually do is work on their risk management. Okay, John, what do you mean about risk management? Stop worrying about strategy, people. Don't worry about the strategy. I keep telling you that. Worry about your maths. Yeah. So let's just say now, this is a 4-hour chart, but let's just say it's a 15-minute chart. It's only so we can see what's happening. Yeah. If not, I'd have to zoom all the way in and it'd just be mad complicated. So let's just say there was an alert here for Trinity. Yeah. And now we're going for 1 to 4. Yeah. So let's just say we was looking for what were we looking for? Let's just say we was looking for a buy here. Would make more sense because it might pop up with a buy because obviously it's already been selling. Yeah. So let's do a buy. So this here, let's say that 4-hour candle there was a buy. That green candle popped up, fake out, wasn't the right move at the time. Let's just say, yeah. How much is the stop loss on this? So we're going for 1 to 4. So open there. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go here. Please get your questions ready for me when you're ready. So no, this one would have been cool. So already on this pair here, when let's just say you had a Trinity alert from this 4-hour candle buy here, you would have been good-ish. This hit a 3. Yeah, this hit a 3. So now you've got a thing, again, what I'm telling you, you just have to work on your maths. You've got a thing where you've got to start doing this. This is your homework, not mine. This is your homework to do as a trader. Yeah, it's gone to 3 point, what did this hit? Okay, so this hit 2.75. So you've got a point that regardless, there's no way if this trade went to 2.75, you should have took a loss on this trade. If anything, you didn't want to close because it didn't go to 1 to 4 RR, it didn't go all the way up here. Yeah, you should have a break even here. There's no reason why you should not have had a break even. So wherever your stop loss was, which was down here, remember I always tell you put your stop loss at the last low. If a Trinity alert appeared here, your stop loss should have been at the last low basically. And if it's a sell, it would be at the high. So it should have been below here because if it goes below it, it breaks structure. We don't care. Yeah. So if your stop loss was here and you saw this was buying up, and it hit to its 2 radius. Let's see how far. Yeah, as it was going, because no, this would have stopped you out first. So in all fairness, let's see where it did stop here. So it went 1.6. So you still had an idea whether you wanted to put this at break even or not. Not an issue. You didn't have to. Even let's just be absolutely fair. This was a stop out. Yeah. Let me do this so we can get this here. So I'm trying to take this slow with people, and this will help people trade in any way. It's not even only Trinity. Like literally, it's not only Trinity. People just got to understand this is how you trade in general. Once you start trading like this, you guys and girls will start passing profit counts. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, anyone that's come along to the mentorship and started listening to me when I'm saying this to them, they start passing their profit count. Maybe not the first month, second month, yeah. If not the second, the third month, I'm telling you, they'll pass it. So now, boom, you go up here. So this went to 2.2. This was 50% of your 1 to 4 RR trade. Never hit 1 to 4. Okay, cool. But it went 50%. So why would you not, at the time it's hit 50%, say, hey, regardless what happens here, I am putting my stop at break even. You move your stop loss from this last low here, yeah? Or if this was the low, let's just say whichever way, but let's just call it here so you can understand. Just do it based on the time frame. I'm just showing you the 4-hour so you can see the chart clearly, so it's not really tiny, yeah? And I'll go into the alerts that actually previously popped up. I'm just using this as an explanation. So the alerts that have popped up either today or whatever, I'll check an idea of that and I'll show you what I'm saying, yeah? So cool. Why would you not just put your stop loss here at first, and then once it goes to its 2, bring it in to break even? So whatever happens with this trade, obviously it failed, then at least you don't lose no money. You cut it there. But now, yeah, you would have been in a position where Trinity would have given you a sell from here, let's just say. Yeah, cool. And when it's giving you your sell from here, now what's happened, guys and girls? Now we've got to our 4. So we've been in a position that if we did put, let's just zoom in here and see this properly. Stop loss was here. Price went all the way down to what, 2? Let's just say now, which was here. And then if anything, look what we did. We moved up stop loss to break even. Now you have to be tight because look what they tried to do to you here. But you would have moved your stop loss to break even when it got to 2. Now you're leaving this trade to run to 4. The reason why you need it to run to 4 is, you know what they're saying when they say let your winners run? This is what you need in Forex when you want to have probabilities. You don't really want to be banking this when it closes at 2 or taking partial profits all the time. Again, this is down to you guys and girls. This is your homework, not strategy. Pay attention. I'm teaching you a risk management. If we could even call it strategy, I'm teaching you general risk management in the market. I'm just showing you how easy this can be using Trinity and what I've seen with Trinity. But again, anyone can use this for their own trading. Now, when it's got to this point here and you let it run, even though this was a loser, yeah, let's just say you didn't manage to get to break even, that was a loser. Now this one here was a break even. Now this one here was a winner. So you would have basically been in profit by 3. You see? And this is how in the week, now on this pair here, you would have been up by 3. So you do the same thing I just taught you here based on your risk management. Yeah, you do the same thing on every one of the major pairs if you want to. If not, just do it on 2 of them. If not, do it on 3 of them. If not, if you want to, just do it on 1 of them. But what I have noticed is that from buys and sells, if you have no trend bias, yeah, and you're not too sure, because obviously if you have a trend bias, you could be like, okay, it's gonna sell, because obviously it looks like it's been selling, which is fair, it did. But if you're, you're confused, you don't know what to do or whatever, and you're an absolute basic beginner and you're just getting these Trinity alerts, even if you're taking the buys and the sells, I'm going to make a video and I will show all the trades that happened last week as well. Probably is still more profitable than losing. But even if so, now you're in a position where you had a loser, a break even, but then you had your 1 to 3 trade hit here, which did go 1 to 4 even. Yeah. Yeah, went 1 to 4. So you had your 1 to 4 trade here, and now you would have been in profit by 3. So you would be up on your prop firm account. It's that simple. What you need to make sure you're doing is not trying to double your lot size when you're entering these trades. Keep your lot size that you entered here, working out the risk on how much you can lose, yeah, the same. You can't start doubling it. If you didn't start the week like that, don't start doubling it to try and make more money and more money on top. That's not your aim. Your only aim is to make sure you're profitable. So this week here, you would have been up by 3R on this trade. So depending on what you're doing, let's just say that 3R was, even if it was 1%, 1.5%, you would have been up, is what I'm trying to tell you on this one pair. Even if this one pair only got you 0.25, that's cool. Again, you would have done the same thing on Euro USD. When was it? Let's just see that week. So this was the 25th of April. Let's go here. So 25th of April. So, okay, let's say you had a fake out buy here. Yeah, that was a buy, never worked. And then you never had a sell alert, because I can see how this looked. You may never have got a sell alert because it didn't pull back enough. Yeah. So you lost the trade here, but then you got a buy trade down here. Yeah. When you got the buy trade down here, you definitely would have got a buy trade here on Trinity, because remember, this is a 4-hour chart. It would have been a 15-minute alert. So you definitely would have got one down here. When you got this buy alert, now on this pair, yeah. Let's see, boom. Okay. Stop loss would have been below the low here. Yeah. Let's see how far it went up there. So it went about 2. So this would have either been a break-even trade or a winning trade if you obviously held it through to the next week, which it did go up by almost 4. Almost 4. Yeah. So it would have either been a break-even trade or that. But remember, that's this pair. Now, what you want to play with here, I'm going to show you something now. Yeah. So before I go into the next point, is everyone following what I'm saying here that's in this Zoom right now? Is everyone following?
Yep.
Anybody else out there, please text if you can't speak on your microphone. I need to know you're paying attention.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I don't want a bunch of quitters on the renewal, because 20 GBP is nothing. I'm telling you what I'm giving you here, and I'm saying it clear as day. From these alerts you're getting in entry in the markets, into the market, sorry, I am telling you, it's gold dust right now. Like literally, It's a serious alert system. The only problem you have is just being bothered to actually set your chart and work out your risk management. But again, no one can do absolutely everything for you if you truly want to learn Forex. If you don't, then I get it. But no matter what system you trade, harmonics, supply demands, whatever you want to do, all the blocks, this, that, whatever, this system will give you an entry into the market depending on that. Any strategy, that's what I formed my own strategy, and it's giving me an alert into the market. And I can still enter without this as well. But if I get it as well, it's a super extra confluence for me, basically. So, okay, so let's see what the chat says. So you can understand it, you can understand it. Anybody else? Because I know there's not only 3 people here. Come on, guys and girls. Are you understanding what I'm telling you here? Because I'm telling you something that will change your trading. This is not a joke. This is serious information. The reason why people are losing, no matter how they're trading, is because they're not paying attention to what I'm saying right here. This is something that will change your game. So it's let's see more text. Come on, guys and girls. What's going on? Who else is there? Who else is awake? Let's go. Let's go. There's not only 3 people here. I know that for a fact. Anybody else here? I know, Brian, you've already talked before. Come on. It's the people that being shy. I don't want to see shy people. Thank you. Thank you. Start talking. Let's not be shy. We don't need to be shy. I know you're here. I can see the regulars that are here and the people that are always talking. Do you understand what I mean? But I need other people to come out of their shell. Thank you. Come out of your shell. You don't have to be shy. I'm not biting. Nobody's biting you here. We're here to learn. We're literally here to learn. Like literally the same way I'm a student of the market myself. You understand what I mean? I'm not a pro. I'm just seeing information quickly because I'm always observing it. That's why. Other people might not be spending 5 hours a day observing it, 15 hours, 20 hours, whatever, but I'm spending hours observing it. This is why I'm in this position at the moment. It's not because I'm a super trader. It's just because I'm observing the market and I'm trying to pass that information on to people. Like just literally, thank you. Just literally, if you've got something to say, say it. So again, this would have been a break-even trade. So let's go to the next other pair and see that in this week as well. So here you can already see I don't even need to mention it to you. You might have maybe got a fake out buy here. You would have lost a trade here, maybe even 2 fake outs here. But by the time this trade came in down here for the long position, what did you get? Stop loss would have been below the lows, and then you had a 1 to 4 trade definitely. So there you go. You see? So this is what I'm telling you. The majors give you a 1 to 4 more than anything during the week. And what I would do if I was basically anybody trading is this is what I would do. So now I've gone past that point here. Yeah. I'm telling you, not for anything, because there's people out there selling courses for like 1 to 2K. I'm giving you this information for basically, obviously, I know it's most people in here in the paid service, but I'm also got the free members in here as well. It's not only the Trinity users. And come on, 20 GBP and what I'm giving you. Yeah, I'll tell you. I'm just a no-nonsense trader, basically, long story short. So anyway, let me just stop the share. Give me 1 second, people, and I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back for you now. So let me just get to the next point. Let's get to the calculator. I need to find Forex funds in here. And I'll resume this share for people in a second. Resume share. Okay, so here's what I keep telling people time and time again. I ain't going to chat rubbish. Yes, I have a 5% affiliation link with this company. I'm not a trader with them. No, like that in terms of like they didn't say, hey John, work with us and we'll make you rich. They didn't say that. I literally went to them like every other single person and I signed up for them, and anybody that signs up in the back end you get an affiliate link basically. So but of course if I'm doing all this information, scratch your brother's back basically. So if you do go through there, I have a link in my YouTube video. You can click on that link. It gives me a 5% on whatever account size you do buy. They'll basically, from their side of whatever you paid, they'll give me 5%. So just so I'm very transparent for people, I am trying to get the 5% discount code for people because I showed them that I am actually a content creator, but I am waiting. I've been waiting for over a week now. So if you do watch this, My Forex Funds, can you give me my discount code for the customers, please? Yeah, I'm waiting. I've messaged them about 3 times now. I'm waiting for that. So when I do get that, I'll make a video as well to tell people that, you get 5% off if you go through this link. But for now, it's only my affiliate link and you get 5%. I get 5% towards any account size you do buy. So I just want to make sure that's clear for anyone. Most on reversals or continuations. What do you mean by our most on reversals or continuations as well, by the way? And I will go back to that. If it's a chart question, I'll go back to it after this. But what do you mean by that? Just so if you can clarify that a bit better for me. So they could be on either or. It doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter. It could be either or. Never look for an exact. You see what that successful alerts? You're looking for an exact. Forex doesn't give us, it doesn't, we don't deserve an exact from Forex because there's too much money for us with our small accounts to be even demanding what's successful and what's not. Use that in your brain, and if you get what I'm saying, and you'll trade better. We don't have no control over what this market's doing, but we are data analysts. We can look at a chart and say, this is what we're gathering from the chart. This is what we believe it can do, but we have no actual like say on what the chart does. It takes one person to put in a huge order to make a strategy you've been back testing and working out forever, let's just say now, fail. Just takes one person with a lot of money and that strategy will fail, literally, in that day. Or it could be, they could do it for a week, they could do it for 2 weeks, and depending on what's going on. So I'm just gonna mute people's microphones coming through. All right, cool. So yeah, back at it. So now we're on my Forex funds here. So you can get yourself a 5K account, 10K, 20K, 50K, 100K, 200K, or 300K for a limited time. It's going to expire then. It's because obviously it's discounted compared to getting this and this. You'll get a cheaper price if you just get that, basically, instead of getting 100 and 200. Now, there are phases you have to pass in this evaluation account. You want to make sure you go to evaluation as well. You don't want to go to sorry, let me just show that again so it's clear as day for people. You want to make sure you go to evaluation, not the other ones. Whoops, didn't want to do that. Yeah, you want to go to that. Just wait for it to load. Go back. And these are the ones for phases. So again, you've got a 5% daily drawdown in these accounts here. Yeah. You've got a 12% overall drawdown on the account size. You've got 8% profit target you need to hit in phase 1, 5% profit target in phase 2. Every single time you pass one of these phases, 1 or 2, yeah, you've got to wait 5 trading days minimum. So it doesn't matter if you pass in 1 day or 2 days, you've got to wait 5 days before you can move on to the next phase. So once you pass phase 1, you've got to wait 5 days at least. If you're already 5 days in, then you'll go straight away to phase 2. Same as phase 2. If you do, I did my phase 2 in 4 days. I had to wait another day, and then they gave me my live account the day after, basically, because it was 5 days. And there's no trading restrictions, so you can trade during news. You can keep your trades open over the weekend. You can hold trades overnight as well. There is none. There is like a consistency rule of lot sizes, but again, that's in their FAQs in their Discord, how you can do that. But no one should be entering trades on a 50 lot size. It doesn't make no sense unless they've got a huge account. So you suggest we basically, I'm telling every single person should stop putting their own money in the market, because literally probably 90% of people in here don't have $10,000 to trade with, or 5K. So if you haven't even got 5K to trade with, you should be going to get one of these accounts. It doesn't make sense why you're not going to get one of these accounts. It makes no sense. If you do not have 5K to trade with, go and get this account here, because it's very cheap. And more than anything, people need to stop thinking about, oh, there's rules and there's this and there's that. If you can't grow one of these accounts, or there's not grow, but pass one of these accounts, I'm not saying you can't trade entirely, but there's a huge chance that you probably are not a profitable trader, nor can you actually trade right now. So you need to be practicing. So the best thing for you to do is, if you've got $500, keep attempting to pass this. And then when you're doing mistakes and whatever, and when you do pass, you can now go and reevaluate, start your data collection, go and data collect, create an Excel sheet. And then you can go back and say, okay, the 3 times I failed the account, what was my problem? These were all the trades I entered. These were all the things I did. Go and check that. So then the time you did pass, then you can say, okay, it just seemed like my entry or my strategy was working at this point in time, but the other 3, it didn't. Oh, every single time I entered the trade when it lost, the other 3 times news was going, whatever it was, you can pinpoint everything. You can pinpoint and pick up everything and say, okay, this is this is that. Yeah. But that's what you need to be doing. Go and use your $500 multiple times to try and pass this. There's no point trying to trade $500, because you're not going to turn $500 into $2,000 by the end of the month, then $4,000 the next month. Probably only 5% of people do that. If so, people that actually do it. More than anything, you'll probably blow your account. And the reason why is because, just like I explained to you over here, very nice and kindly, yeah, is that you're not giving yourself probabilities of trading. So I'm going to go into the calculator thing after why I'm saying that, yeah? Again, go and get yourself one of these accounts. Once you've got yourself one of these accounts, let's just work on what this is here. So I'm going to do this again for you. And this is one piece of risk management that I do for the students, and this is in my VIP. If you'd like to get into my VIP, hit me up. I'm very serious. I'm to the point. Get on with it. But I have to make sure I'm stating what's going on here. Yeah. What you want to do is overall drawdown is $600. Okay. It's $600. I'm going to divide this by 20 equals 30. Why I divided it by 20 is because I'm not trading cryptos on this account. So it's not really 30 days they're giving you to get to phase to pass phase one. They're giving you 20 days because we've got to get rid of the weekends basically. So it might be a bit over, it might be 22, whatever. I put it as 20 days. Yeah. Let's not be super exact. Let's just understand it. Yeah. So cool. So I did this last time. So if I manage to hit, yeah. So let's do, so now we know that if any of the trades, and this is even better because we're doing 1 to 4 now. I just need a 1 to 4 between the trades that I'm trading, yeah, to get me obviously forward in this account. So if I manage to hit a 1 to 4, let's just put it there, I'm going to get 30 times 4, which equals 120. So in this phase here, I believe it is, sorry, go here. Bear with me a second. In this phase here, you need to get 400, I believe it is an $80 or something like that to pass your exit. It'd be 8%. So I think it's $480. Don't quite remember. It's between $400. It's like I think it's 400 for no, because yeah, 10%, 9%, yeah, that'd be 9%. So 8%, I think it's 300. It's either 300 or 400. You can see in the back end. I don't know why they don't put it here, but it's either between 400. Let's just call it 400. Let's call it even $500. Let's even just go, even though that's over, let's go to that. Yeah. Cool. So now, if we go to our calculator and then we manage to hit, yeah, once a week, near enough that figure, yeah. So even if we just times this by 4, let's just call it that, because I know it is under 400, yeah. If you manage to get that every single week, you're going to pass that account basically by taking probability trading, okay? And that's hitting a 1 to 4 trade, yeah. But we're giving ourselves more probabilities. I'm going to go even further into this in a second, yeah. Cool, that's that. So now, with this 30 here, yeah, this is my stop loss. This is my stop loss. Any given day, I can't lose more than $30 stop loss. I'm trying to say it very slowly, yeah? So even if I trade 30 days in a row and I lose 20 days in a row, sorry, and I lose 20 trades, so every single day I lost one trade, and all of it equivalent into 30 each and every day, 30, 30, 30, 30, I would only blow the account. I wouldn't even blow it. I think I'd only be negative. Let's go times 20. Let's just see what it is. Let's go back here. Yeah, so basically I would just about blow the account on the 20th day, basically. Yeah, because obviously that's what we worked out. So I'll just about blow it on the 20th day. I'll just about blow it, but obviously you can stop before then. So the account will be negative if I'm just losing constant trades. But of course we know that's not the case when we got our Trinity setups. We win, we lose. Yeah. Now, because there's 6 major pairs, pay attention to what I'm telling you here. 30 divided by 6. Yeah. Equals 5. So every single pair, if I wanted to be super lazy, yeah, I've just told you there seems to be a breakout every single week in these pairs. The sell, if not, you would have caught the buy, yeah? If I wanted to be super lazy, now all I have to do, yeah, in this is take every single position, but any position I take on these pairs between the 6 of them on any given day, one day, 6 pairs, 1 day, yeah, cannot be more than a $5 loss stop loss, yeah? Because if I lose all 6 of those positions I take on that day, guess what happens? I lose, yeah, more than $30. I don't want to lose more than $30. I don't want to lose $30, yeah, because I'm controlling, I'm mastering what I can control is risk. I can't control what the market's going to do, the outcome, but I can control my risk. And I know that if I trade at $30 loss per day, I can't entirely blow the account unless I lose every trade for the whole duration of the 20 days. Is this making sense so far to people? Yeah. Just give me a yes, please, so I can know what's going on. Making sense? Come on, guys and girls. Come on, come on, come on. Is it making sense? Let's go. Okay, cool. Now, yeah, when we get to this point here, so now what would have happened in that day? So I already show you what would have happened here. So I'm trying to find the days. Bear with me. Cool. So let's just say, boom. So you want to only take one trade a day as well, by the way. And that's if some trades, some pairs might not appear with a trade, but let's just say you're only taking one trade a day. So let's just say you didn't get this one, you couldn't get nothing here, but you took a loss there. But then the next day you took it, you won here basically because you was holding this trade, and this one did go to 1 to 4. Then again on EU, you might not have got a trade, or you might have had a loser here eventually till you got the end of the week, which was Thursday. No, it was Friday. Yeah, it was Friday, Thursday. You would have got your buy, boom. You'd have won there on this one. GU, you might have got a trade here. It looks like there was a pullback possible entry. So let's say you would have won this one here. Yeah. And you would have got this one on the Tuesday. Yeah. Cool. USD CAD. You would have definitely won this trade. So you would have got this on the Tuesday as well. Move this back up here. USD CHF. Don't know if you would have got an alert here because it doesn't look like there was a deep enough pullback for a re-entry. But let's just say if you did, there would have been one here, but we're not even going to count that. Yeah. You definitely would have got one here on USD JPY. So you might have got a loss and a win. So right now we're already definitely more winning than losing. I hope you're already seeing that. And that's pretty much what happened there. So there was like 3 winners or 4 winners and 2 losers, basically. So far we picked up. Obviously the trades are not here, but I'm just trying to tell you the sense of what's going on here. And notice how they didn't all come in on the same day. Some came on a Tuesday, some might have hit on the Wednesday, some might have hit on the Thursday. I don't believe we had any on the Friday, basically. And this is how you trade these. But once you've got a 1 to 4 trade, yeah, on that pair, do not trade that pair again for the rest of the week. Because once it does a breakout, pay attention. The likelihood of it doing anything else in that week is pointless. Every single trading pair has an ADR, average daily range. Now, this is probably going into its average weekly range. So once it doesn't move, it's exerted, it's used it's all the fire's gone, basically, the majority of it. So there's no point trading that pair no more. So when you go to a pair and you see it do a huge move like this, don't try and start looking for new buys. Don't try and even bother looking for the sell. It's done what it needed to do, move on. Wait, because look, consolidation, big push down, big move up. Then what did it do? Now it basically did nothing to do this and then did this, and that was cool. That was it done. Again, what do you see here? Consolidation, stop hunt, boom, huge move down. And then it did a slow stagger to try and clear this mad impulse. Consolidation, huge move down, nothing. Consolidation, or even a push down, consolidation. So this was just figuring out whatever it's going to do. But then obviously when it did all of this, look at the next week. It obviously did a huge move to make up for the lack of movement it did that week. So again, I just hope this is making sense to people. This is what you want to do. So you would have entered every single one of these pairs, whether it was a buy or a sell, but again, you would have only had a $5 stop loss. So pay attention to what's going on here. It's not about the strategy. It's about the risk management. And this is what people is killing a lot of traders, basically, because they're too busy worried about me. Even I saw a comment on YouTube the other day and they're like, boss, you didn't tell us where to put stop loss and TP. And I'm like, you need to know this stuff already. Why do I, even in a strategy, no one should be telling you, because it doesn't even make sense someone telling you, oh, your stop loss should be here and your TP should be there. It don't make sense because they don't know how the trade setup is going to appear for you tomorrow. If the trade setup appears and the structural low or high is 100 pips away, then obviously it's not the correct trade setup. If you want to cap yourself always, then yeah, you can. But that's a whole nother game of risk management. You might have to say every time this appears, I'm gonna say I need a 1 to 8 trade because I'm only gonna have a 25 pip stop loss. So regardless if it stops me out 6 times, by the 8th time it doesn't, I'm gonna win. So it's all on risk. Yes, over leveraging definitely kills your account quick. But again, look what I'm telling you. Remember what I just shown you with this. See, what people would do, the mistake is they'll go away and say, oh, John said this, do this. And they're going to enter 6 pairs on everything it's doing at all of them losing $30 each. Why do that? You're going to blow the account in one day. If all of them are losing $5, look how I've controlled 20 days. And we've already seen from this chart clear as day that you just got to wait for the probability of the right trade to occur every single week, literally. Yes, you might have one bad one, but I guarantee you, if you do what I just explained to you there, you will pass a prop. You'll pass it. Like you'll pass it. You might not pass the first one, but at one point, the market's going to move into a good enough sync where you're going to end up passing the account. I'm telling you, This is what's happening to many people. Like join the mentorship, you see what I'm saying. Like this is what starts happening to people because I'm showing them this in the VIP mentorship. Like I said, I've got another Zoom with one of my students soon that's in here, and I'm going to go even more in depth about this. So I'll recover this with the student, but I'm going to go more in depth about it. There's other ways you can just pay attention to it and what's going on here. But this is a simple way of how you can use Trinity. So if anybody wants to know how to use Trinity, yeah, then this is what you do. Don't worry too much about strategy. Worry about your risk management. That's what you got to work out. I'm telling you, because too many people, they're going, I can see already. I know when something is being very super easy for people and when people are getting stuck. Because again, everybody will be jumping for joy if they're making money every single day. Let's just be honest. Yeah. They'll be jumping for joy. You would be seeing everybody posting every single second testimonials. So I know people are probably finding it a bit difficult and stuff like that. But I'm like, the only reason you're finding it difficult is nothing to do with Trinity giving you the alerts. Why you're finding it difficult is because you haven't got your risk management on point yet. Because even from any strategy you would have traded, if you was a super risk management type of person, you would have made that strategy profitable, long story short. So again, if you want to figure out how to use Trinity alerts, this is your best bet. You want to make sure your risk is on point. Always put your stop loss at the high or the low when the trade appears. You don't need to worry about anything else. It's either it's going to respect this high or this low, or it's not. It's really that simple. ABC. Do not overcomplicate it. There's no point. Trust me, I've overcomplicated the life out of these. I've put different indicators here, this, that. And this is why I said to make it easier for people, I've created Morpheus now. So I'm like, if you can't tell what trend the market's in, and maybe you only want to take buys on any pair, that's what Morpheus will do for you. It'll basically tell you right now, UJ, because you've seen this huge buy here, it'll probably told you UJ is in a buy from here. So anything you're seeing over here, only look for buys. So even if you was right here, then this one stopped you out. Let's just say this sell stopped you out. This buy was fake. Yeah, this buy was fake, didn't really go nowhere. Okay, so it was two losers, boom, boom, boom. But by the time this one came in, definitely would have come up with a buy here, I'm sure. You can even see it was right here, right there. And now look at this one buy here. So this buy here would have got you back up to 3.19%, literally. Or let's just say at least 3. That's what this trade would have got you in. And was there another entry here? No, there wasn't. So yeah, technically that's what this one could have got you. And remember, it's because you haven't had your move. Even if it's done, once it's done this sell anyway, shouldn't have been entering this pair regardless. If it's done this and you didn't catch this, well, you would have if you're trading both directions. Even if so, and you didn't leave that pair, it doesn't matter. You're not going to be super profitable every day. But even though this did this, USDCHF maybe never did that or gave you the right sell from here. Do you get where I'm coming from? Just pay attention to that. And that's why I said you can trade all 6. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, she did very well in whoops, in the mentorship Zoom. She was listening and I was asking her questions and she was paying attention to what I was saying. And that was only the one. She's still got another Zoom to go as well. So yeah, it's good stuff. So anyone got any questions? I've been talking for a while. I've given out a lot of information here in terms of risk management and how people can trade. And like I said, this can go for any type of trading. I'm just showing people, if you want to make it easier for yourself, get Trinity for 20 GBP a month. And then you could literally just do that. Literally shown every week there's a move in the USDs. We just don't know when it's going to hit in the majors, sorry. And then, yeah, you just take them until you do get it. Once you do get that breakout, if you're 1 to 2% profitable that week, stop trading. Literally. You don't have to. If you make 2% on that account by the Tuesday or the Wednesday, stop trading. You don't have to trade Thursday and Friday to try and make 4%. Why? If you know the same thing's going to happen next week. Your whole aim is to stay consistent. It's not to make the most money at the moment. Anybody got any questions, please? Don't be shy. If you got questions, make sure you ask. What are you looking at for gold, by the way? You are looking at overall trend. Gold is still in a downtrend as well by the moment. Yeah, gold is still in a downtrend at the moment. So ever since it broke this line here, it's been in a downtrend, and pay attention, as you can see. So not until it breaks back through this line is it going to go pretty much into an uptrend. So it is creating a higher low here right now. So it could do an impulse. But right now, you can already see from here that this is a strong resistance level. It's a strong 4-hour resistance level right there. That's failing to break several times. Look for like 2 to 3%. You can look for whatever you need, but obviously you've got to look for at least a minimum of 2% a week. If not, you won't pass in the 20 days, basically. Because I think with the 20 days, you've got 4 weeks. So you need to at least be making 2% a week in your mind. But if not, if you don't make it, let's say you only make 1.5%, 1.2%, you can aim for 3% the next week. Is what I'm trying to tell you. You can do that. Remember, it's all relative to your lot size. That's where it is. So you might say, okay, I need to, up the game a little bit. Pardon me. To try and make 3% this week. You've got to play with it, but you've got to just stick within your risk where it gives you enough days to try and pass. That's what the whole point of it is. And that's what your aim is. Because the first phase one I passed in 14 days, I told people all the time, like, I passed that with a 30% win rate. And the only reason I'm actually, this is why I'm telling you this at the moment. The only reason I passed with a 30% win rate is because all I was looking for is every trade I do trade, which is a swing trade. Yeah, basically, I look for the majority of the time. I look for my Neo setups. Every time their trade appeared. Yeah, so USD JPY was one. Let me know what you wanted on gold after, but I did tell you it's in a downtrend, so you're looking at it not breaking 1901. If it does break 1901 gold, then we're going back up into an uptrend. And it's probably going for the liquidity at the top on the weekly, monthly time frame. It's really going for the wick. But if it stays below, then there's a liquidity wick down below where I've marked out. So we'll go back to after. So basically, USD JPY, we caught this a break, retest, caught this sell for continuation here. But when it did this sell, what I did is that when we first entered around about here on Neo, yeah, for the sell, when it pushed up a bit, I stayed awake. So by the time it pushed up a bit, and before I took my son to school, I saw it was at the very top. Then I put a higher leverage trade in here. And I'm like, it's either going to sell from here or it's not, basically. And what I wanted is the daily candle, really, here, to close below. Let's go. Yeah, can we see it there? Yeah, here. I wanted the daily candle to close below this level, because if it didn't close below this level, then obviously it's starting to push up a bit more. So it did close below. Of course, it would have been harder to see that in the course of the day. So I used a smaller time frame to pay attention to that. And the smaller time frame was the 4-hour. So when it got to this time, like I said, I took my son to the school in the morning. Between this time and here, then we're going into 2 o'clock here. This candle had to close back through this level on a 4-hour. So this 4-hour did, then it gave me a 4-hour engulfing. So there's more chance that this could keep selling. And you can see how this level got respected again with this fake out impulse. I told everybody they could have got a re-entry here. This is all in the general chat. I'm like, probably going to clear this candle back down, because this is a fake out impulse to take people out. And then boom, straight away it sold straight away, and I put another position in there. So even if you missed this entry, I gave this entry out in the general group for everyone to catch this sold continuation. And again, like I said, I just put a heavier leverage in here. So imagine I'm in week 2 now. I've seen this opportunity. I've put a heavier lot size in here and a tight stop loss, basically. That's what I've done. So your lot size would be your lot size is relevant to the trade entry you're taking and your stop loss, not the set. It's not set. So everybody needs to understand that, because people ask me a good few times, oh, what's the lot size I should be using? You're already messing up your risk management, I would say. You shouldn't be looking at it like that. You need to be looking at it from a point of view where it's like, where is the trade and where's the entry of the trade and where's the stop loss? That's how my trades are. My trades are never based on set figures. It's literally, where's the entry of the trade? Where's the stop loss? If the stop loss is 40 pips away, then I have to use a lot size that's relevant to only lose me a certain amount of money to 40 pips away. If it's 70 pips away, I've got to use a lot size that's relevant to lose me that set amount of money to 70 pips away. So you've got to work on your lot size. I feel like that's where people lose a lot of the time. they're trying to make it again. It's that whole thing of exacts. You got to work on probability. So, and you got to be looking at your chart in that sense. You can't not, you got to figure out that. Unfortunately, there's no quick way of doing that. The only way I managed to figure out all my lot size, I kid you not, I have to use MT4. I enter, I've explained this to people before, I enter with a 0.01. And then if it's 0.01, I've shown, I think I've done a whole video on it. I'm pretty sure I did a video on it. Yeah, I did for questions and answers. I enter on a 0.01. If it's 0.01, 50 pips away is $55 loss. Then I know if I enter a 0.10, it's probably going to be $50. Then I know if I enter a 0 or 1.0, then it's going to be $500. If I enter a 0.30, then I know it's going to be $150. That's how I know what lot size to enter. I always enter a 0.1 first and multiply by 10 and then work my figures through there. So that's kind of what I do. You can use expert advisors if you want to. I've got nothing wrong with EAs. But again, for you to do EAs, you need to know what you're actually trading. And then at the same time, again, it's the risk management on the EA. You've got to remember that. It's the risk management. So you can use EAs. There's nothing wrong with EAs if your risk management's on point. That's what you got to work out with expert advisors. That's where a lot of people blow their account. They just don't understand risk management. I'm telling you, what I'm teaching you here is much better. I said it before, it's the holy grail is risk management. It's the whole reason why 90% of people fail. Is they just don't have their risk management on point. And then with their risk management not being on point, they're more than likely over leveraging. So it's not making sense. That's what I said. If someone else wasn't paying attention, they would enter all of these with a $30 loss on the day. I'm telling you, if you want to enter 6 trades in one day between these, to be like, okay, AU's going to buy, let's say Trinity's told you AU's a buy, EU's a buy, GU's a sell, even though the others are buying, whatever, then you split the amount you can lose in the day over those pairs. Stop trading them all together, because then you're losing what you need to lose times 6, rather than just losing what you need to lose times 1, which is what you actually want to lose. And that's why, again, 90% of people fail. A lot of people are having difficulty. I'm telling you, that's where a lot of people are losing. They're losing in this game. I told you, like, I'm not even fast. You see this? Like, I'm telling you, people look at this, and I'm sure this is why it goes quiet. Whenever there's losing trades in Neo, it goes so quiet. Nobody wants to really join the mentorship. Everybody's all, I can tell they're probably looking at it thinking, oh, it's not winning. It's not making money every day. But here we go. Where is it? The pip count. But you don't understand that first and foremost, it's swing trade. So the same way I just showed you, remember, these are different pairs. The same way I just showed you, there could be 4 pairs that lose, but by the time the winner comes round between those 4, you're back in profit. It's the same thing here. It's just swing trading. So it's month to month, rather than it being week to week. It's month to month. And then if it's really bad, it might be it might be on the second month. You get mad flurries. Like, this is what I say. People always pay attention to losses, but they don't pay attention to what happens to the winners. So February, you would have still been eating off the profits from February. GBP New Zealand sold 1,400 pips. If you held even just a 0.10 on that, that was $1,000. Do you get where I'm coming from? Let alone 1.0 if you had that. And it did this in about 2 weeks. It was about 2.5 weeks. So it didn't do it over a period of like extra long. It was about 2.5 weeks. It did it. So I believe in a proper account, you can still hold your money. If you don't withdraw every 2 weeks after the first month, you can still hold your money. So yeah, you could have made mad bank on that trade. Oops, I didn't want to go there. So people, I didn't want that to be in the Zoom. Force a habit. I'm just used to doing things. So hopefully there's no private information there for the gentleman. But yeah, so literally it's literally just that. Like, I can't explain it to you enough. People are too stressed about certain things, but you just need to pay attention to your winners. And when your winners come through, then everything just evens itself out, as long as you're not over leveraging. That's the best way to put it. So yeah, pretty much answered a lot of stuff there. Anybody got any other information that they would like to share, or anything they want to know? Put my code to gold and see. Look, gold is selling back down. Like I said, gold is in a very bad place. I wouldn't be trading gold right now, personally. That's me. Obviously, anyone could do what they want, but when gold's like this, I don't touch it. This is why I said, remember, my entry's all the way up here. I'm still not even there. My entry's up here. I'm still holding myself. This is what I do with gold. So if I manage to bang it and I can make 3K on it, I'll use that 3K to last 4 months if I have to. 5 months. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. I'll wait for it to go. I'm not looking at buys on gold till it gets down here. When it clears this liquidity down here, then I'll look for buys. It might break this liquidity, go further, but it's cool. If I'm wrong once, twice, 3 times, You can buy all the way back up to this level here. So why am I stressing? I just end up making all the money. That's what I do. I just keep it calm. No problem at all, man. No problem at all. If anyone else has got anything else that, like I said, yeah, cool. If not, remember, you can always book one-on-ones with me for even just a day. Like I said, if you really want to get into it, then yeah, it's better to go for the crash course, like literally. But if you want to just, you know, go over an hour, like something like this of risk management or anything, you can book me for the hour slot for the 30 GBP, and then we can go over some stuff. But if you, like I said, if you really want to get into it, then yeah, you need to book the crash course, because it will change you. Anybody that's done the crash course with me and stayed with me for 3 months, none of them are losing traders. I'm not going to lie to you. None of them. I've got one trader right now that's doing a craziness, and he don't even speak in the group. I like his mentality. Only the majors, like I said, only the majors are the best for scalping. AED, USD, Euro USD, GBP USD, USD CAD, USD CHF, USD JPY. They've got the tightest spread. So when you enter, you'll be in the least amount of drawdown. It even helps you so you can leverage more with that as well. So they always want to only be trade. I'm telling you, only do those. And plus, they're the most volatile pairs because the biggest banks in the world deals in those pairs. So they're going to have the most biggest moves between, you know, certain sessions, either JPY, or Asian session, London or New York. So you know, scalp them. So yeah, I think that can help everybody else out here. Like I said, I did explain it all. And if you want to book me privately, yeah, I know what to do. You know what to do. Again, if you're interested in getting more fierce as well, I'm going to be showing how it's worked with a lot of the pairs during this week as well, towards the end of this week. Hit me up on that one. It's no problem at all. And like I said, if anyone, that's for people that are stuck. So it'll show you that gold is in a downtrend, so only look for sells. Gold is in an uptrend, so only look for buys. And same here, US 30. Here we go. Here's on US 30. So you see when it broke this area here, now it was in a downtrend. So you'd be able to see it like this. So you'd only be looking for sells. So even if you got small sells in here and you was wrong, by the time the big sell came in, look how much money you made, basically. Here. So you had 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful for people. And I'll leave it there, people. I will leave it there. No problem at all. I will see you guys and girls all later. Have a good one. And with all that being said, yeah, have a good one. I'll see you later, people. Take care.